Let's say that you love what you do. You know you're in the right place. You are working on a business or a job or a project or a mission, or you're building a company or starting a new business that you absolutely love. You know you're in the right place, but you are just totally flat out burnt out. The engines are empty. There ain't nothing left in the tank. What do you do to move past it? My name's Haya, and for those of you who are new to our Digging Deeper tribe, I work with women that have big goals and big dreams to help them step into their purpose and their power without sacrificing their family, their soul, or their sanity. And today we're talking about 5 steps to move past burnout. Here we go. Let's dive in. Step number 1, take a break. Now, y'all, this one is an easy one. It's a no-brainer. It makes a lot of sense. We know that it's what we need to do, but it's easier said than done. So often we think, I don't have time. But do you have time to be burnt out? No. You know, there's the old saying that the graveyard is full of people that didn't have time to die. You do not have time to get stuck in this burnout phase. So let's take the bull by the horns. Let's address it so that we can get you back in the race. So take that break, whether it's a week-long vacation or a couple days staycation or just a day out in nature. You can never underestimate the power of just stepping away for a little bit when you are burnt out. Completely clear out that mental clutter. Put your brain on something else, anything else, nothing at all. Put your brain on nothing. Just take some time to decompress. It's so important. Give yourself that little bit of buffer, that little bit of breathing room. Maybe you just need to get caught up on sleep for a couple of days. Turn off the email, turn off voicemail, turn off social media, and just unplug. Okay, once you've taken time to do that, then I want you to come home and take care of any urgent things that have been completely neglected up until now. Okay, so that step number 2 is a little bit of triage around the house. So take a look around you. What does your office look like? What does the house look like? Does the house look like a wreck? Is your office completely destroyed? If that's the case, just take a little bit of time and clean it up. Okay, we know that physical clutter leads to mental clutter. So take an hour or 2 or half a day and just restore some order into your home and your working environment so that when you are ready to step back in, you have a subliminally inviting space. Also, if your family has been neglected while you have been hyper-focused on your goals, then take some time and tend to that as well. Let's say you want to maybe surprise your kids, by taking them out of school middle of the day. Take them on a lunch date, take them on an outing, plan a weekend getaway, maybe pick up your spouse, surprise your spouse and take them to lunch. Do something, maybe you want to do something even just to revive some life into the whole family. Let's do an impromptu game night, with popcorn and silliness, and just re-infuse them with your magical energy. Remind them that you love them. Remind them that they are your top priority. Remind them that you do know how to have fun. Sometimes when we get hyper-focused, we lose sight on all those things around us, and our whole family pays the price for it. Again, you'd be surprised how much a little bit of love and a little bit of unexpected fun and focus time can totally change the dynamic of your entire family. You also know that once they're feeling great again with just a little bit of TLC from you, it makes you feel better all over again. And this is what's going to help you start to refill your own tank and pull you out of burnout mode. All right, step number 3. Once you have cleared your brain and you've tended to those emergency things around the house, next thing I want you to do is I want you to take yourself on a date. Yes, yourself. You're going to take yourself, though, on a very specific date. I call it a dream session, okay? I want you to find a quiet place where you can dream. Now, I don't want you falling asleep, so don't go to your bed, okay? Not a sleeping dream, but you're going to dream and you're going to recast the vision for yourself, for your life, for actually what it is that you want. So you can go to a bookstore or a coffee shop or a park. And here you're just going to get re-centered on what you want and why you want it. Lock yourself back in on that dream, that why, the fuel, the purpose. What is it that is motivating you, and why is it that you want that thing so badly? In other words, you're going to resell yourself on your own dream right here in this dream session. Step number 4. Here you're going to conduct a mini troubleshooting and solutions searching exercise. I'm going to say it again. A troubleshooting exercise or a solutions searching exercise. What am I talking about here? Well, I want you to take a look back and I want you to analyze what were the problems or the obstacles that you were facing that were causing you so much frustration? Or what is it that triggered you and sent you into burnout? Was it simply just work overload? Were you putting in just too many hours, too much focus, too much energy, giving too much of yourself without allowing proper time to rest and refuel? Or were there specific problems and challenges or walls that you were hitting that were draining you of your power? And if that's the case, then look back at all that and ask yourself, what are the solutions to each one of these situations that were causing me so much grief and stress and heartache and frustration? Okay. Also, I want you to look at it from a solutions-oriented perspective. So what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, every obstacle has a solution. So we want to identify the solution, but we really want to we want to identify the obstacle, but we really want to pour all of our energy into finding the solution, right? We want to be a solutions-oriented person. And at the same time, we want to be focused on what were the obstacles and what are the solutions so that I can possibly looking at how to prevent these things from happening again in the future, right? We want to learn the lessons in retrospect so that we can potentially prevent them or at least minimize them going forward. Now, by the way, those of you that have been with me for a while, this is something we focus on a lot during War Week. Every year we do a week where we focus on ourselves and we are waging war on the mediocrity of our lives. It is so powerful and it allows you to up-level yourself exponentially year after year after year. We know there is no such thing as staying the same in life. You're either moving forward or you're moving backward. And us goal-oriented women, we never want to stay the same. We always want to continue to stretch and learn and grow. And at each new level, once we get comfortable with that new level, of course, we want to grow to an even higher level and expand more and achieve more and do more and become more and contribute more to the world around us. So that is something that becomes a second nature skill for you as you go through my War Week program. And of course, once you go through it once, you have all the resources and the skills and the tools to do it every single year for the rest of your life. But right here, as we're looking at how to move past burnout, I want you to do just a little tiny miniature version of that. As you're looking at what went wrong, where were the breakdowns, where were the obstacles, what triggered my burnout, what walls did I hit? I want to analyze what were those problems and then figure out a solution to every single one of them and put a plan in place how I can implement those solutions. And then finally, how can I potentially prevent or minimize those problems rearing their heads again in the future? Got it? Okay, last but not least, step number 5. Create a new schedule for yourself that gets you excited again. So what we don't want to do here, first of all, is make sure that there are things in your day that you're passionate about. Okay? Every single day, find something that you're passionate about that is in your schedule. Now, are there days in every person's life as a high achiever where you just got to do the work that nobody's excited about? Of course there are those days. And I'm not saying that every single day you're going to be living 100% in your passion zone. But what I am saying is that if you are trying to strategically work yourself out of a funk where you have been completely burnt out and you're trying to get your mojo back, you want to focus on the passion zone, because that's what's going to refuel you and make sure you've got those things into every single day, at least right here in the beginning, okay? And give yourself some quick wins to build on. Create some things in your schedule, in your day, in your life, in your project plan that are going to give you some victories right now so that you can get excited again and feel those wins, experience those wins, because again, that's going to put more fuel in your tank. And then last but not least, I want you to spend some extra time in those areas of your business that light your soul on fire right now. Okay, look at the why. Remember, we talked about this back on your dream session. You're reselling yourself on your why, right? Why you do what you do and what is it that excites you and ignites you. And that's what I want you to do right now in your business. Make sure you're spending extra time as you're getting back into the rhythm, into those specific areas of your business that set your soul on fire, because that is what is going to refill your tank with the jet fuel that you need to reignite. All right? There you have it. 5 steps to move past burnout. Now, I can't promise you that you're never going to hit burnout again. But I can promise you that you can use this 5-step process to work yourself out of it whenever you need. So give me some comments below. Let me know your thoughts, your feedback. Tell me what you do when you hit burnout, and I'll see you right back here next time on Digging Deeper Real Talk. Love ya!